na Gracia, Oseblu Anonyeli, Idingos Neti Boronine, others in God's forgive Jesu.
Maria Jason, Nenkechugu, Yaga Ninja, Kita Amen.
Okwe Melaro, Nekene Gracia, Oseblu Anonyeli, Idingos Neti Boronine, others in God's forgive Jesu.
Maria Jason, Nenkechugu, Yaga Ninja, Kita Amen.
Jabalanya, your own name, Kechukujaso,
I will do Yatan Christi.
Ayo, I know you. Ere Gracia, you die. Carbon the Angelus, where Mali will have no Christian way. Sister Fia Nobia, where Batano Stone and Beaten Awaya, Stena Christi, Amen. Otito the Rena, Nawana Monso, Otito the Rena, Nawana Monso, Otito the Rena, Nawana Monso, Amen. Kabulo bindini
Ni nọnyere ụlọ ka Chineke ji ike niile gọzie ụlọ nna na nwa na mmụọ nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere abịalụ ga-esite na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnodi, ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwotu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnodi, 081 49 82 82 54.
Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update today, Wednesday, the 23rd day of August 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Epanjuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. One killed as IPOB ESN clash with Nigerian army in Anambra. Enugu winning war against insecurity, open for business, Mba assures. Like Abia, Labour Party will win Imo, Obi boast. Nigeria Security Civil Defense Corps nabbed 2 suspected petroleum pipeline vandals in Imo. Governor Oti mows free health insurance scheme for Abia pensioners. Niger coup, Wagner Group and Russian agencies behind uprising, says ex-official as Prigozhin appears in Africa. Now, details. One killed as IPOB ESN clashed with Nigerian army in Anambra. One person was reportedly killed when the Nigerian army troops of the 34th Artillery Brigade clashed with some suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and East Arm affiliate, the Eastern Security Network, ESN, in Anambra State. Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, revealed in a statement released on Tuesday that the proscribed Biafra fighters attempted the attack on the troops on a forward operating base at Ukwoje along the Owerri-Onitsha Expressway, but were countered by the troops operating in 82 Divisions area. Nwachukwu said the criminals made their Waterloo when they came under the superior firepower of the vigilant troops, and that one of the fighters was killed while 2 others were arrested and others fled. According to the statement, the troops recovered a vehicle, mobile phone, machete, 9 empty cases of expended 7.62 mm special ammunition, and an empty case of expended 12.7 mm ammunition. In another development, following troops' aggressive combat operations against insurgents in the northeast, one Boko Haram fighter and his wife surrendered to troops of the 26th Task Force Brigade garrison in Waza. Enugu winning war against insecurity. Open for business, Mba assures. Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has expressed satisfaction with the successes recorded so far in the fight against insecurity in the state, assuring that Enugu was openly launched in a few weeks. This was even as the new Commissioner of Police, CP Enugu State Command, Kanayo Uzebu, unveiled the pilot scheme of the government's DRS initiative, warning criminals elements to repent or meet their water load. Governor Mba spoke when he received the new Commissioner of Police, who was on both a familiarization and working visit to the government house in Enugu on Tuesday. The pilot scheme will be commissioned today is going to over 100 very highly sophisticated and technologically equipped vehicles when fully launched. Speaking, Commissioner of Police Uzebu said he had already noted the various axes and rules in the state challenged by insecurity and assured the people of their security, as he had since gone to work to consolidate on what he had been achieved. Like Abia, Labour Party will win Imo, Obi boast. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the February 25th presidential election, Peter Obi, has said that his party will win the November 11 governorship election in Imo State. Speaking in Owerri, the state capital, on Tuesday at the flag off of the campaigns for the party in the state, Obi said the Labour Party is known for performance and excellence, using Abia State, which his party controls, as an example of good governance. Obi stated that the people of Abia State now have hope and are witnessing good governance because of a first-class brain who knows what he is doing. Described Atan Alchono as the only governorship candidate of the party in Imo State, and Julius Abure as the only duly recognized and authentic national chairman of the party. Obi urged the people of Imo State to come out en masse and vote Ashono as the next governor of the state on November 11th. The governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, said that he was the chairman of the panel that conducted the primary election that produced Ashono as the governorship candidate of Labour Party in the state. Urging the people of the state to vote for Ashono, the governor said that he was not even up to 100 days in office and good things were already happening in the state. The national chairman of the party, Abure, said he was confident that Labour Party would form the next government in the state. Of the party, Abure said he was confident that Labour Party would form the next government in the state. Speaking after the party's flag was handed over to him, Ashono, who is the governorship candidate of the party, promised to fix the state if he won the governorship election. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps naps 2 suspected petroleum pipeline vandals in Imo. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps says it has arrested 2 suspected pipeline vandals in Imo. Commandant of the Nigerian suspected pipeline vandals in Imo, Commandant of the Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps in Imo, Mr. Matthew Ove, made the disclosure while addressing newsmen at the end of the command senior management meeting in Owerri on Tuesday. Ove said the suspect, Paul Akunne, aged 35, and Lucky Choma, aged 24, were arrested in the Ohajieboma Council area of Imo following intelligence reports. He said that the arrest was in line with the Corps' mandate to protect Nigerian critical assets. He said that with the removal of subsidy on petroleum by President Bola Tinubu, the Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps had further been charged by its Commander General, Mr. Ahmed Audu, to redouble efforts to protect oil and gas installations in the country. He frowned at the act of indiscipline in the command, such as improper dressing oil and gas installations in the country. He frowned at the act of indiscipline in the command, such as improper dressing, negligence, unwholesome talks, and disregard for superiors, and charged heads of departments, units, sectors, and formations to take responsibility. Governor Oti molds free health insurance scheme for Abia pensioners. Abia state government has said discussion is ongoing for a free health insurance scheme for pensioners in the state. Briefing newsmen on the outcome of State Executive Council meeting held late Monday and shared by the state governor, Alex Oti, the Commissioner for Information and Culture, Prince Oke Kano, said the scheme will provide free medical services to the pensioners, and the scheme has nothing to do with the payment of their pensions. The state government has concluded plans to pay arrears of pensions by December 2023, adding that the free health insurance for pensioners in the state is to add value to the process of defraying arrears of pensions pensions owned the retirees in the state by past administrations. The commissioner also disclosed that the state government will formally launch the Abia State Orientation Agency in order to root Abia people and residents on the concept of the new Abia as envisaged and championed by Governor-elect Soti. According to him, 11 roads are ongoing at different stages of completion, including cemetery orders. He added that the Light Up Abia initiative is still on course, informing the focus is now in Omahia, where solar panels are being mounted. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Niger coup, Wagner Group, and Russian agencies behind uprising, says ex-official, as Prigozhin appears in Africa. Coup leader requested support from Wagner, and Yevgeny Prigozhin said his men were ready to provide it. Yevgeny Prigozhin, chief of Russian private mercenary group Wagner, in his first public video message since leading a failed uprising in June, Wagner and the Russian state conspired to facilitate the military coup in Niger, a former Russian official has claimed. After since leading a failed uprising in June, Wagner and the Russian state conspired to facilitate the military coup in Niger, a former Russian official has claimed. After mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin released a video message from an undisclosed African country, his first since leading a failed uprising in June. The was carried out in close cooperation of Russia's Special Services and private military company PMC consultants, claimed Russian military blogger Mikhail Shinko, a former press officer for Russia's defense ministry who uses the alias Rabba. Western analysts have suggested Russia may have played a part in the unrest without offering evidence. Coup leaders requested support from Wagner, and Mr. Prigozhin said his men were ready to provide it. Pro-coup protesters in Niger have been seen waving Russian flags in demonstrations and chanting against former colonial rulers. France, which has more than 1,000 troops in the country as part of counter-terror operations in the Sahel region. Wagner has a long-established presence in the several countries in Africa, including Mali and the Central African Republic, where it is implicated in series of war crimes. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. One killed as IPOB ESN clash with Nigerian army in Anambra. Enugu winning war against insecurity, open for business, Mba assures. Like Abia, Labour Party will win Imo, Obi boost. Nigeria's security, Civil Defense Corps nabs 2 suspected petroleum pipeline vendors in Imo. Governor Oti mows a free health insurance scheme for Abia pensioners. Niger coup, Wagner Group and Russian agencies behind uprising, says ex-official as Prigozhin appears in Africa. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM news. Produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Hello, baby. I have a surprise treat for you in this feast of Abacha.
What do you mean by feast of Abacha?
Are you the only one that doesn't know that Wokudi Pawine Bar Oka is doing feast of Abacha? That is, customers will buy 1 plate of Abacha and get a glass of palm wine free. Not just a palm wine, but pure natural palm wine straight from Udi. We also have strong and soft one, the way you like it. Wokud also deals on so many native dishes apart from Abacha, like Ifewu, Azwakpo, Anunchi, Ejimo, Nkwobi, dry fish, okporoko, even barbecue, fish pepper soup and plantain, even ejune and plantain. Come, relax, and have fun. From Monday 21st till Sunday 27th of August, with entertainment packages from DJ Uma August Vibes, side attraction, dancers, musicians, hard men, mad mixes from Brazil State. For inquiry, call 070-3959-4348. Nwokuji, na you people.
Starlight Secondary School, bido na JS1, bido na SS2. Starlight Secondary School bụ ụlọ akwụkwọ nwa gị ga-abụ ọgụọ, ọ mara akwụkwọ ma marakwa ihe. Nke kacha zero. Ebe ọ na-adị FM 3.5 FM.
Orange Special School. Where I am going, Orange Special School.
Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Anyị ji oziọma wee bịa n'ụbọchị tata. Kedu oziọma anyị ji, kedu oziọma anyị na-akọwa? O dolu na ya no. Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Anyị ji oziọma wee bịa n'ụbọchị tata. Kedu oziọma anyị ji, kedu oziọma anyị na-akọwa? O dolu na ya na Orient Boys Club. Anyị ma na onwe ndị nwere mmasị ka ba nwa bago ebe a, mana fe nwere mmasị ka nwa so were ije ozigbo ka idebanye afa nwa gị n'ụbọchị tata na Orient Boys College 080-366-82181 or 090-361-54154.
Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
Let's go!
It's the morning drive on 103.5. Keep your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning